This is Bad, Bad, Not Great. And I am an aspiring screenwriter, Dylan Martinez.
Executive Gabriel. Or Gabe, whatever.
Hey, you got fired from Marvel, right? You work for Sony now.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers, I guess. Whatever, go ahead.
Wasn't it good? I wrote Wedding Crashers, Emmanuel. I'm no longer struggling, but I am a screenwriter. So
I, not to be outdone by my contemporary Emmanuel, who is a hack who sold out to Marvel. I am, unlike me,
He's jealous.
an original screenwriter who's not gonna bend to the wheels of no studio. I'm making my own action IP that's gonna be a big action comedy, or I mean commentary that talks about war, politics. Oh, it's gonna be big. I call this movie that I'm pitching to the head of Sony, Gabriel Rodriguez.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're going off of. Just because we couldn't get Tom Hanks and Kevin Hart ended up being Hitler was not my fault.
So funny. That's hilarious. I love that. That's why I got 40 million.
Yeah, and it was $1 billion movie too. I'm saying,
Bro.
okay, 950 million, but whatever.
Okay.
Alright, spit on me.
This movie, thought about it for a long time now. It's called The Dafoe Candidate. Alright, so I only have like 4 people on my mind right now for who's gonna be in it. We got Willem Dafoe, of course. He's like sort of the antagonist of the movie.
Okay.
But he'll come up later. Mm-hmm. We got Steve Buscemi.
Alright.
I love that guy.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Olivia Rodrigo stan.
Yeah. Man's creaming right now.
Shut
up. She's gonna listen to this. She's gonna think I'm a weirdo.
Alright, keep going.
And we got the star of the show, Danny Trejo.
Oh, okay.
Yo.
Let's go.
Okay.
Machete himself.
Okay, so we start off in Texas, North Texas, and it's a big football night, and the band's playing. They're all playing loud, and this one band, they start playing. They're getting beat by the other band. They sound bad, and so this band's like, oh, we gotta pull out the big guns. No, it's Castle
Fairies.
They play they play the song they play is Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh my God.
They're like, they get out their instrument horns, go and then Danny Trejo is the band director, and he's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't practice my Danny Trejo impression. He goes, oh my God, this sounds just like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yo, this is appropriation.
He's hot. He can do it.
I can do it.
He gets away with that, I guess.
He's like, oh my God, it's Olivia Rodrigo, and they're having a good time. You know, everyone's blown away, and he's playing it, and his head band director, or his head drum major, is like, wow, you're really hitting it, sir. He's like, oh, you know it. I'm Danny Trejo, master freaking band director, best band director in the country.
He plays himself?
Yeah. I'm Danny Trejo, best band director in the country. And they're playing, and then boom.
Terrorist attack?
Explosion. They're like, holy shit, what just happened? And then a helicopter comes down. And like freaking picks up Danny Trejo, starts shooting at the football players, and like it's like Batman. It's like the third Batman.
Oh my God!
And they're like, oh shit! And Danny Trejo wakes up, right? And he's in jail. He's been arrested by the United States government. Or wait, yeah, no, he's just been arrested normally.
Oh yeah.
But he was arrested for copyright infringement.
No, you should keep it the U.S. government because she's buddies with Joe Biden now.
No. This is Olivia Rodrigo plays the head. Oh yeah, U.S. government, and so she's like, oh wait, I gotta mix. Okay, let's just say in this universe, Olivia Rodrigo's her whole discography is owned by Disney, right? Okay, so Disney, and then the Walt Disney Corporation comes up, and Steve Buscemi is the lawyer for them, and he's like,
he's like, Danny Trejo.
Jesus.
Oh my God, Danny Trejo. I can't believe you did copyright infringement on Disney.
And Danny Trejo's like, what do you mean? He's like,
you can't just steal band directors' songs like that.
he's like,
Or you can't just steal Disney songs like that and then play it in a high school football game. It ruins our brand.
and he's all like, shit. And because he already has a criminal record, he's basically gonna be jailed for life.
Wait,
And
he's criminal record.
Oh,
He's playing himself, remember?
yeah, he plays himself.
Okay.
Oh, and in this universe, he was a pickpocket.
Okay.
So, so he's gonna be jailed for life. He's given like a fine of $1 million too. On top of that,
Alright.
and so Steve Buscemi, he's like,
Shit, I kind of took that too far. I did too good a job, you know?
and the thing with Steve Buscemi is that he's in cahoots with the government too. So he's on track to become the next Supreme Court justice.
Mm.
And so they're like, so Steve Buscemi's like,
Oh, shit. You know, I always wanted to be a band director, you know?
and so he's like,
I'll cut you a deal.
he's pulled some strings.
I'll cut you a deal, Danny Trejo. Since you're such a good pickpocket, I need you to do some espionage work for Disney.
And then some unnamed, I haven't thought about it. It was like a Latin American country, socialist Latin American country, has evidence of Walt Disney's affiliation with the Nazi Party, right?
So it's not common knowledge in this universe.
It's not common knowledge in this universe. And so Steve Buscemi's like,
You gotta do Disney a favor.
or this is too similar to my Willem Dafoe voice. It's like,
You gotta do Disney a favor, Danny Trejo. You gotta destroy the files. You gotta pickpocket this country, then destroy the files.
and Danny Trejo's like, I guess I do. And then he goes, and so basically they arm Danny Trejo and they send him out to the Latin American country. He goes undercover and he goes into like the capital or whatever and he pickpockets the secret vault with like all the secrets. And then they're like, oh, like, okay, we're gonna find he finds the Nazi papers, right? He's like, if I get this, then all my fines will be paid off and I'll be set free, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll finally get the life I always wanted as a band director in Texas. And he gets the files and then he hears something behind him. Yeah. Like a little cackle.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? He's like, he hears like footsteps.
Okay.
Walking towards him, he turns around and it's a big blanket over this tall man. Willem Dafoe's pretty tall. Right?
Yeah.
6 foot.
I guess so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
so
we know
this
he has a
tall
long
man.
schlong, so.
And he's got a massive boner on top of this too. So it's still sticking out. And he's like, "Oh no!" And he rips the blanket off, revealing it to be Willem Dafoe, naked Willem Dafoe.
He's like, I got you, Danny Trejo.
And he grabs Danny Trejo by the throat, smashes him against something, and just throws him across the room. Danny Trejo's like, ah! The rest of the movie is a chase between super soldier Willem Dafoe hunting down Danny Trejo. And Danny Trejo's got to make it across the country to the Disney embassy to get back to the States
Okay.
with the Nazi papers. And Steve Buscemi's kind of like his guy on the chair, so he's like,
Danny Trejo, you gotta go here. Willem Dafoe is hot on your trail.
but everyone knows he's Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe's a normal actor in this universe. They're like,
He's like, how come Willem Dafoe is hot? Is a freaking.
he doesn't know. He's like, what's Willem Dafoe doing, right? And so they chase him, and Steve Buscemi, he feels really bad for Danny Trejo. He feels akin to him, right? And on top of that too, Olivia Rodrigo's like, she's staging student protest in his name. She's like,
Oh my God, what have I done?
and so he's ruining his chances to become the Supreme Court justice throughout the movie by like asking all these favors and like trying to get him out and like free him, right? Basically. And he's trying to uncover everything he knows about this Willem Dafoe super soldier, because he is a super soldier. I'm talking like he's like jumping over walls, like smashing through buildings. He's unstoppable in every sense of the word. Danny Trejo cannot fight this man. He can only run and hope. So Danny Trejo, so Willem Dafoe. Do you guys have anything to say? Interject?
No, man,
Honestly,
this is good.
You're really like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
that's
okay,
our-
okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so we hit the climax of the movie, right? And basically, we've had one major revelation at this point, that Willem Dafoe, at first they thought this is a clone of Willem Dafoe, obviously, because the real Willem Dafoe is over in Hollywood right now. Right. And so they're like, okay, so this is a super clone created by this socialist government, right? But the plot twist is that this isn't just any clone. This is an American clone. The United States made this Willem Dafoe clone, and it just disappeared in combat one day. They thought it died, but it was actually abducted by this country because they cloned Willem Dafoe because he's one of the scariest actors alive. His face could just because his acting chops are so good, he just put you into shock. So they cloned him, and so now he's here. He's and they made him do all these terrorist missions or whatever, They trained him in the United States camps, and they have a trigger to make him stop, right?
Ooh, the Winter Soldier.
The government learned the trigger, and then they reprogrammed to work for them.
Okay.
So they're chasing Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo's trying to get away, and finally he gets to the embassy, right? He's like, I made it. Danny Trejo made his scene. He's like, I made it. I can't believe I made it to the embassy. And then Willem Dafoe reveals one of his powers, nuclear combustion.
Yo.
And he's like, I got you, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo's he's bleeding out, right? He's like,
Okay.
And Danny's like,
You have waited a long time for this.
and he grabs the bones of one of the soldiers that were there, and he starts sharpening it with his teeth, and Steve Buscemi. At this point, everyone in the Republican Party hates him. Disney's already fired him. He's just on the intercom, begging Trejo to get. He's like, just a little longer. We got a helicopter on your tail right now. He's looking through files, trying to figure out any way to stop this, any knowledge on what makes this guy stop, right?
Yeah.
And Danny Trejo, right? He's dying over here. He's bleeding out. He won't last much longer. Or he's not bleeding. He's just about to pass out, right?
Yeah.
And he pulls out his lucky flute, his lucky flute, because he's a flute player.
Flutes are this big.
Yeah, he's a band director. He's had it the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like, I gotta play one last song, and then Steve Buscemi's like, song. And he looks through the files, right, and he figures out that the way to stop the Dafoe Candidate is by playing the national anthem.
Oh my god.
And so he plays this. He's like, you gotta play the national anthem, Danny Trejo. He starts playing it, and he starts playing it, and Willem Dafoe's got it sharp, and he's like, I'm gonna stab you to death now. Or he's like, I'm gonna stab you to death now, Danny Trejo. And he starts playing. He's like, he starts fucking puking because he's so repulsed by the idea that he won't be able to get the satisfaction of the kill. And so he's like,
yeah. Oh
and so
God.
finally he twists and malforms his body, and he
actually doing it.
And he just keels over and just freaking frozen. He can't move. Danny Trejo finally did it. He sees the chopper come in. He's still got the Nazi files on hand, just barely though. They're all burnt up. They're all burnt. They can still recover it. And he's picked up. He's finally been relieved. And Steve Buscemi become band directors at a high school. Olivia Rodrigo, she becomes some type of activist or something. She's eventually killed by the CIA in the sequel. Doesn't matter. And we end with Willem Dafoe finally breaking out of the pause. He's like, no. He just screams, and it pans in and out of his mouth, and it just goes zooms into his mouth, and then zooms out to a big white shot, then back into his mouth, and then just does that for 20 minutes. He's like, ah!
Jesus Christ. And that would be for the sequel, right?
Oh, for the sequel?
No. Oh wait.
I don't know. I was joking about the sequel. I'm on a tour. I only one movie. All that needs to be said is
I'm
said.
not a tool. Whatever,
yeah, I'll take over the second one. Look, you said Willem Dafoe's character, he's like a nuclear missile or something?
Combustion?
I don't fucking know. He can just conjure explosions. He's just going and then
So it's, I'm assuming it's cancer. So I say in the sequel, Danny Trejo is struggling through cancer.
He's battling cancer.
He's
Steve
battling
Buscemi's
cancer.
like, oh my god, how'd you get cancer? He's like, I think it's because I got hit by a nuclear blast.
Yeah, and that's the whole sequel.
All right.
All right. Okay, so for this movie, I want the John Wick movies were $17 million. This takes place in like this isn't as convenient to film, so I think it's gonna be about 25 million.
It's not a Marvel movie, so I don't think you should.
I gave you 40 for when it comes to it's goofy as hell. On purpose, honestly.
Hey, but he made $1 billion. That's why they want me to take over the Star Wars trilogy.
The Star Wars saga.
Dude, my mind has character arcs. He learns to love music because he doesn't defeat him by working for the government. He defeats him by doing what he loves, playing music.
I don't know. One big problem I have is why doesn't he just burn the Nazi documents? Why does he have to take them back?
Huh?
Yeah, why doesn't he just burn the Nazi documents? Because, like, Walt Disney's like, oh, this can't go public. Like, why not
Oh, wait, Walt Disney's still alive in this one?
I like the company, Walt Disney
Well,
Company.
they just want it back. They just want the Nazi documents back.
Why don't they want it burned?
Well, I don't fucking know. Then it wouldn't be fun to see Danny Trejo get chased by Dafoe.
I guess.
Come on. Oh, because Wedding Crashers 2 makes perfect sense.
It made $1 billion. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who would direct this movie?
Who's the guy who made the Spy Kids movies?
Let me look that up.
He's already worked with Buscemi too.
Yeah.
And Danny
And
Trejo.
Danny Trejo. So I think it's about time we get Dafoe and Olivia Rodrigo in the mix.
See, what's Olivia's? You didn't elaborate much on it.
Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, she just
Robert
feels taxed
Rodriguez.
on.
I think either Robert Rodriguez or no, he's the only one that can do this movie.
Ryan Johnson, but it's just Knives Out again.
Nah.
Knives Out too. I'm really excited for the sequel, bro.
Me too.
That's gonna be clean.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo just feels tacked on. Like, we don't want to call her in if we don't have to.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. We already got Dafoe. Okay, Olivia Rodrigo's cut. She wasn't that important anyways.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
She's important to me.
Yeah, somebody else could organize those like student protests, honestly.
Well, yeah, we'll get like some random like.
What's its name?
We'll hire one of the.
Drum major. Just do the drum major because they already had a conversation.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning.
It's just a cameo then. So yeah, okay. That's how she's in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let her agent know. If you greenlight it.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. We didn't say a single thing while he talked.
That's true.
Yeah. He was not involved, but
Intrigued.
See, this is just that good. Unlike the stupid Marvel movie pitch.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's not real cinema. Unlike my movie.
Bro,
I'm like fucking Martin Scorsese, but better.
Now, you said you wanted Willem Dafoe to scream for 20 minutes? That's too long.
It's actually called artistic vision. Every scream, every like second of screaming will be representative of the woes of late stage capitalism. So who's like, economic insecurity? Something like that.
You know, you're commenting on a lot of political topics, right? And I appreciate that.
It's like the Joker, dude. It's just like the Joker, but better.
I appreciate that. And you hate money, so I don't think we should give him any money.
Oh, yeah, all right. You're stupid socialist.
And then he'll wonder why his movie didn't make any money.
Bro, you said you wanted 25?
25. I feel like it's because a lot of it takes place in like a jungle, and so that's gonna be.
You know
that's a
where
lot
we're
of
filming though? Will we get any tax breaks? Like, you know how?
Yeah, I don't think those countries give tax breaks. You can film it in Australia, though.
We'll film in Australia.
But we'll say it's in Latin America.
Latin America. Yeah.
Shit's a desert. There's nowhere that's like.
Oh yeah. Wait. What's a like jungle like area?
You can try.
Oh, we can do like that one place in California.
Or it's like
actually, that will have super high taxes. Oh, that'll be hard.
Or like what's it called? What they're doing with the Mandalorian? We just put the big screen in the back.
The blue screen.
No, I'm not tour. Right? It needs to be.
It
It needs to be somewhere real.
CGI kind of
Mexico.
It's not CG.
We'll
It's like
film in
a.
Mexico.
It's like a big TV screen. It's like LED.
Oh, Mexico.
Film in Mexico.
Does Mexico give tax breaks?
Pretty sure they do.
Do they? But don't people like film in the United States? Do they get more tax breaks?
Hey, here's what we do. We send them to Mexico. The cartel will take care of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, put the cartel.
The cartel. Not even that bad. I'm kidding.
Willem Dafoe will be like,
I know the cartel.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna post this and the cartel's gonna be after us. I can't go back to Mexico anymore.
Shh. We only gave her. Oh no. Did you give last names?
I gave my last name.
No last name.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. They don't care.
We're not that important. In this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to red light something. I'm kidding.
I think this is the one you have to red light.
Bro, come on, we got 2 more pitches today. You can
we
red.
got 2 more pitches?
We got 2 more pitches.
You and you?
Yeah, both
So
of us.
you're next, and then he's last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, we were captivated the entire time. Willem Dafoe. Love Willem Dafoe.
Nah, I think he's asking for too much money,
Danny
man.
Trejo. 25? Yes, for 40.
Because it was Wedding Crashers too.
Oh my
A
god.
sequel's always more
I
expensive.
don't even know why you asked for that much. It's fine. Give him $40 and you'll be fine. Feed him it.
Well, we didn't even give him $40. We just gave him a
meal,
Taco Bell
a hot
chalupa,
meal.
Hot meal.
a hungry man.
Hungry man. I'll give you 25 million.
All right.
Let's go.
And it's greenlit.
It's greenlit.
All right, we got it made.
Hey, when you get fired from Sony when this movie bombs, don't come after me.
I already got fired from Marvel. Stupid.
All right. No, I think.
Why would you greenlight this?
What would you greenlit?
You think
Nah.
Samuel Jackson will act in this?
Well, the head thing worked, but we panned up a little too high, so.
They couldn't get Samuel L. Jackson. They had to get Phil Coulson.
Back from the
They
dead.
got to get the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I think it's time to sign off.
All right, it's time to sign off. That was a great pitch, Dylan. I think your movie's going to be great. I really mean that.
Shut up.
What? I do.
You mean it? Alright.
I mean,
alright.
definitely step up from Wedding Crashers too.
Oh my! Just because of that, I hope your movie bombs. Okay. All right.
Alright.
Happy times. Good.
Happy times.
What's our podcast called again?
Not great.
This is the Bad Not Great podcast. Signing off once again.
Signing off.
Gotcha.
Mazel tov.